Hi, Peter. I really like this idea. I think it's got the potential to be really helpful in the classroom as a teacher myself. So, yeah, it's really awesome to hear that someone actually took on an educational app because they can be really tricky. I'm really glad that you heard and listened to all of the limitations that come from using IT in the classroom. So finicky internet, device compatibility, huge problems in terms of um, getting things to work. So and major frustration. So really great on your user testing there. Well done. I really love that you cornered your users at a conference. I'm super impressed. So just a couple of things that they suggested, and I think this idea might commandeer your app a little bit, but they suggested that you have a login so that you can save your work so far and have access or an access code. And I would suggest that you favour the access code idea rather than the login. So yeah, as a teacher myself, I know that students do not remember their logins and they do not remember their passwords, and they fair enoughly have an issue writing them down. So yeah, I would suggest you go for an access code that gets provided by the teacher. So a really great format of this is the Kahoot quiz idea online. So it's an online quizzing thing, and so the teacher sets up the quiz, and then it becomes a multiple choice, and the kids use their phones or a computer to answer the questions. So the reason why I'm bothering to tell you about it is because I think that format might work really well for what you want to do. The only trouble is that it's not savable, but at the end of the day, how how often are these experiments going to be returned to the way that they are, that the kids are going to need to save it? So in terms of that, if you're colouring up that grid, they can take a screenshot and save that instead. So in terms of saving the information within the app itself, I don't think that would really be a necessary feature. So with the whole Kahoot idea, I really like that you have different sensors involved in your app, but at the same time, you kind of want the kids to be limited in what they're doing, and so it would be better that the teacher sets what kind of sensor they are going to use. So much like the Kahoot idea that the teacher sets up the quiz, the teacher can have a login and they set up what the experiment and which sensors are available to the students. And so it might be with the first time they use it, they get told which sensors they're going to be playing with. And then as they get more fluent with the app, they can be given sort of some dummy sensors that they then have to pick which sensor is the most appropriate to use. And then it takes them through to the actual experiment as such. So just a thought on that one. This would work well for your problem of user assistance because it then would help to limit the kinds of assistance that your users would need to see. So you could have it as a slide-in bar at the top corner of the screen. So this is your welcome screen here, and you could easily have a little tutorial button down here, and then on your next screen, when we get to, so that would be, the teacher would choose these sorts of, oh, well, I suppose your kids could choose that when they get in. They would need to pick the right number. But then once you get to here, you've got your home screen, and then something up there, but you could easily put instead of clear grid, or at the end of the clear grid, you could put a little question mark in a circle, clickable space, and then just have it slide over the top, and then it can go away. Or maybe not slide up from the bottom,
What
because
we
I
do
know,
is you
on iPhones that has a feature. I don't know about Android that much. But yeah, if you have a slide in sheet for how to use your magnetometer, um, and then the child can slide it away when they don't need it anymore. Also, there might be, yeah, so that whole idea of having a YouTube clip on why you would need to use these things, that could be on a previous screen before they get to this experiment, or it can be a slide-in feature here, so like little bubbles or something down the side, like little filing tabs that they could open and close, and it's just a set of information contained within that. So I think that would be a really easy way to go about it, but also having that tutorial on at the start screen. Sorry, having a tutorial button on this start screen, just to run through the whole thing and show where each of those are, is probably the best way to go about it. Good luck.